message me and inform me if there's any kind of issues on the audio part. I hope right now there is no issues with the audio part. Okay. So now let me quickly go to that thing. Okay. So now let's say this is one of the email headers that the Microsoft is kind of showcasing to you. And the scenario over here for this header is this one, that there has been kind of an email exchange between two people, Anton and Kelly. And Anton email address is this one, crossway.com, and Kelly address is this one. Okay. And Kelly uses Microsoft Office Outlook 207. And this is how the header will look like. How the header will look like if Kelly follow similar way to kind of get the header analysis. So as I told, to perform any kind of email analysis, the first input that you need is the header. And there are different ways to kind of get that. And it will be differ a bit for the client that you are using. So the Outlook I have already gone through. For Gmail, it will be different. For Round2, it will be different. But it is actually very easy. Just like if you want to figure out how to get the Gmail, you just do one quick Google search. And I'm pretty confident you will quickly get a link where it will explain you an easy way to kind of get the header. Okay. So it's not that tough. Okay. Now let's suppose you got this header for for this one. So what I will do is, so what I'll do is so there is a link over here. I will just paste this out. Okay. This is kind of an easy way to kind of do any kind of analysis. So it's mx toolbox / email headers .aspx. This is the link for that. And what you do is that if you go to this one, and then the one that I am utilizing right now, the header is this one. Okay, I will also share this link with you. Okay, this link with you. So if I go to this link and get the copy this one, copy this one, copy this one, and if I just paste it over here, so this is something we can use to kind of do any kind of email analysis quickly. It will parse the header for us. The one thing just to keep in mind is that when you are doing any kind of analysis which is confidential, don't paste the header of that email to this kind of website. Okay. Otherwise, what will happen is that the confidential data of your company will be leaked to the third party. Okay. So try not to do that. Okay. But for normal scenario, to understand how you can do the analysis in a manual way, but let's use this MX toolbox. So if you just click on analyze header, let's see if it actually does that. Okay. So thing is that it has received this header. Okay. So it seems there is some issue with this header, because thing is that it's a bit. Let me do one thing. Let me do one thing quickly. Just quickly do like this. Received. And this one. I'll just do one new line whenever I see it's semicolon. Let's see if it is able to parse this out. If not, I have a backup email header. Not worry about that. Okay. So there are a lot of actually. Let me see if it is able to do some analysis right now. Okay. So the issue was that it is actually expecting this thing in a new line format. Over here, the Outlook guys are just paste that as a blur. Okay. But what happened is that you need to kind of like, what I will do now is that there's one email that, let's say, I have received from you guys. What I will do, I'll quickly get that header for you, and I will do that analysis over here. Okay. So let me just quickly get that. Let me just quickly duplicate this tab, and I'll just quickly get the header of the email that was received from your organization to my organization. So let me just quickly get that. Okay. And it doesn't hold anything kind of confidential, so nothing to worry about that. Okay, so let me just quickly grab that out. So just give me 1 second, like 1 minute, to be honest. Uh, so I'm almost there. I'm just logging into my email client. Just give me 1 second, and then I will respond to my, like, I will quickly share my screen then. Okay, so I will grab a header of one discussion I was having with your team, and let me just get the header for that. And let me just, okay, so I'm almost there. So I will be now continue sharing my screen. So let me just close my email and okay. So now let's deep dive further on the email analysis part. So let me quickly share my screen. So my screen should be visible now. And let me quickly start with the email header of this one first. Okay. So here what we do is that we do mime type, we just do content. So there are a lot of headers over here, if you see over here. And this was all kind of mentioned in one header. But the thing is that if I just do return path and then the message ID, so I'm almost there for this one too. So now thing is that we have parsed that a little bit much more detail to be easily kind of utilized uh, via the MX toolbox. So this is how the MX toolbox would expect you to submit the email headers. Okay, every header should be kind of mentioned uh, in a new line. Okay, now if you see, it has actually kind of parsed the email. So it is telling me that the email is coming from this MX, this mail server, which is litwareinc.com, and it is being sent out to this MTA, which is of crossware.com. Okay, and this was the SMTP version. And then if there was a time in that header, it would have that. And then what it does is that it actually parses that header for you. So it says that, okay, from address to address, the CC address, and then yeah, go on.
So I have a question. So that one, can you scroll up? So that mail dot cross dot com. So it is like MDA, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the from, like, it will be just from. Is it like the last, like the first SMTP server, but from where the email is coming, right, from the sender side?
Yeah, this one.
Okay.
Okay. Now there's one more thing, that example was a little bit as kind of a simpler one. That example that I'm showcasing right now is actually a simpler one. There is only, let's say, only one MTA involved over here. Okay, the one that I'm showcasing right now, this one and this one. So the from is this one, and the receiver is this one, this MTA. But the thing is that if there are more than one MTA in the organization, or if there are more than one MTA in the destination organization, if there are like more than like multiple MTA in between. So the thing is that every MTA will add their IP address, let's say, to that email header. So we'll look at that. What I mean by that. So let's say the email first reach out to this MTA and then it reach out to this MTA. So you will be seeing both this entry over here in the from and by.